and you talked about the future of web, bro. So like, I would love to know. So let's get into the web 3.0 because it intrigues the hell out of me. You know what I mean? Like we're in the wild, wild west. For anybody right now that's listening and is not familiar with web 3.0, I'll give you a high level summary. And if I miss something, well, just let me know. But essentially, it's basically giving back to the creators, right? So basically user experience and all that stuff is going to be everything, right? So like back in the day where the metrics matter and things like that, community and user experience is going to be key to everything. We're removing cookies. So the way we track people's movements online is going to be sort of limited and all those things. And web 3.0 is just basically a new frontier of the way brands, creators, and community really engage with each other. And am I off base? I feel like I missed something though, Walt.
No, you're 100% right. You're 100% on. You're 100% on.
Cool.
Dead on.
Cool. And so with that, right? So the way we do marketing, the way we do advertising, the way we consume content online is going to change dramatically, right? So with that being said, right, what are some things that you're looking at right now as you prepare for this new frontier? And what are some things that other people should be looking at?
Yeah, I start these conversations always by saying that we're still a far ways off. Right?
Yeah,
like we're definitely not close. I think we get people who get super hype over this shit, and then like you listen to a couple panels, you be like, "Oh, this shit is popping off in 2 months," right? It's like, nah, we got lots. Like, look, it was the year of mobile for like 12 years. Okay.
Nice.
So, with that being said, man, like, I think what's interesting about it is the like ownership, right? And that's everything. It's ownership of who you are, ownership of the content, ownership of the shit that you put out there in the space. And I think that's powerful. I don't know that brands really know exactly what to do with it, because what we're seeing now is like, and when we get into like the whole like NFT shit, right? It's like, oh great, we're gonna drop a sneaker and then we're gonna allow people to buy an NFT for it. Like, okay, but like what else, right? I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna, as we get into moments like this where you allow people to innovate and there's no like structure, like great example, 99 2000, right? People were doing all kinds of takeovers, all different kinds of banner sizes and shit. And the IAB came in and was like, all right, we're gonna standardize all this shit. Here's our specs, everybody build around this. And now we're gonna allow brands to actually scale across everybody because they're doing it all this one way. I think we're gonna probably get to a moment like that at some point where they standardize different types of formats and or solutions, because right now it's just the Wild West. Now, when we start to get into this space, Web3, and then like, let's take a pivot over to like when we start to talk about the metaverse, because everyone's talking about the metaverse, right? Yeah. People don't get that, like when people talk about the metaverse, like everyone's first thought is this, right? Oh, metaverse, it's all here, but not realizing it's this too, right? The metaverse is like a space, and we have multiple portals and multiple ways into that space, right? And I think when I start to talk about the things that excite me as a whole within all of these conversations, to be honest with you, it's AR, right? It's AR because, we went from desktops and like, oh my God, you got a desktop, it's crazy. I can go online and do emails and look at shit in a fraction of a minute, right? Not seconds, but a fraction of a minute, right? And then what happened is, then we moved over and we got laptops. Like, holy shit, I can carry this thing and put it in my backpack and go wherever I want to go. I can go sit on the fucking yard and play on my laptop, right? And then we got mobile devices. It's like, oh shit, now I can leave my laptop in my bag and I can take my phone and walk around the mall, do whatever I want to do. And then what's going to happen is, oh shit, I have glasses. So now I'm still going to use my mobile device, but I'm going to leave my mobile device in my car, because when I walk out into a party or walk out into the mall, I'm going to wear it right here, right? And it's not going to be tethered. And then what's going to happen is in 10, 11 years from now, I say this all the time, 10, 11 years from now, right? You got this shit on film right now. 10, 11 years from now, the UI designer of today, which UI designers are fucking important with everything we do. UI designers of fucking 10 years from now are not going to be the same. They're going to be copywriters, because how we interact with brands and how we engage with brands is going to be entirely a two-way conversation, right? So I see some shit. AI allows me to identify an object or identify something in front of me, and then I speak back and forth. Would you like to make this purchase? Yes, I would. Which card would you like to use that on? My Bank of America. Okay, great. Would you like this to be delivered today, tomorrow? Tomorrow. Between what time? Boom, done. And I keep walking, right? That house is for sale. Oh, how much is that house? This house is so much. It's got this amount of bedrooms, this amount of space, this much square footage. Would you like to make an appointment? Yes, I would. Everything is going to be connected. When I walk into my house right now, I have like 11 Alexa devices across my house. Everything's connected for the most part. I walk in my door. I get home, right? I like everything. Like I get home, My car notices, recognizes I'm home. It syncs up. My garage door automatically opens. I walk out of my car door automatically closes. My door unlocks by itself. I walk in. Now I say, Alexa, turn on everything. I say, Alexa, turn on everything. Boom. Then what should happen now is it notices one light bulb is out in your kitchen. Then it'll say, light bulbs out in your kitchen. Right now, there's a sale for whatever fucking Philips Hue light bulbs.
Yeah.
Would you like to buy one? Yes, I would. Boom. It's there the next day. Everything is about how we communicate and understand. Technology is going to allow us to identify things around us, know things that we get, know things that we like, make suggestions, and then we can conversate back and forth with them.
That's insane, bro. The way you broke that down, bro, as far as like you said, the ownership part I love, right? But the fact you said like that two-way conversation and how technology is going to make everything easier and how you have to, one, just communicate with the customer, which goes back to our earlier point, right? If you could think of ways of creating different experiences, and for those who not listening, who are listening, who don't come from tech space, or everybody from back home, all that stuff, AR, when we mean AR, think about Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
That was the best iteration of it that we've seen that went mainstream, right? So you open up your phone, you want to see Pikachu, he's right there on the block, you looking up on your building, there's a Charizard or something like that, and that's essentially what's going to be when it comes to B2C consumer interactions. You know, like you said, you want to go to Macy's, that shirt is fire, you got a large, we don't have a large. Do you want this? Oh, Money Exchange got the boom. It's sent to the crib. You know what I mean? So that's what it's going to be. And the brands that understand that and create a way or a seamless process from interaction, you create a good experience, to purchase, are the ones that are going to win.